like the sea grapes then.
Alright guys, for those who don't know, Pablito's Bike Tour, this is where you get a shaded ride through history. Now my name is Paul and I'm the guide and the proprietor for this business here. Now this tour started in 2019, just prior to COVID, and it highlights many of the historical spots here in Jamaica. And as most persons in the world know, Falmouth, Trelawney is one of the best laid out Georgian towns in the entire Caribbean. Now this tour goes for just a little bit over an hour. The slightly arduous pedaling tour, as you can see, you know, this unique pedicab here, and it will take you around the town showing you all the highlights of what we have to offer. We get a chance to meet and greet the local people, see how the wealthier persons lived in town back then and how the residents live right now. Yes, charges. So that is it for now. So we'll be having a look at some of those historical sites as we
before we start.
go along.
Just take a quick picture.
Yeah man, sure, no problem. Hey, you go sit down here, okay? You need to be in the picture too, man. Stand up with the phone here.
Wait, why am I in the picture? Let's go.
Yeah,
So
Wait for a smile.
Alright ladies, let's go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah man.
I just see the back of the picture. We're photo bombing you guys.
That's okay. What happened?
Hey, is our workout now?
Just hold on to it, Scott.
So I need to get one.
Oh, he wants another.
Guys too. British wanted this to fuel their tea drinking habits. So after many battles, they booted the Spanish and they ruled our island from 1655 until our political independence in 1962. Now 1790, money, 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 money. Trelawney, the sparks were in struck gold, green gold that is. Sugar emerged as king, and this town of Falmouth was the center of that kingdom. As a matter of fact, that port you see where those ships are docked became the wealthiest sugar port in the entire Western Hemisphere. And this was mainly because of the sugar production and the slave trade. Now the transatlantic slave trade, they brought slaves from West Africa through to England to Jamaica, and the ships that were brought them in were loaded up with sugar, rum and molasses, which were all manufactured by slave labor. Now those who benefited from that trade were able to construct beautiful Georgian homes such as this one we have here. Now this is our courthouse. It was constructed in 1815 on the site of a former fort and barracks. Now the Georgian structure was fashioned after the Georgian period between King George I and King George IV. Now a little feature I'm going to highlight on this building here. At the side of the building we have what is known as the pointings. And at the center of each window is what is known as a keystone. Now this building has no steel reinforcement. So without those keystones in the center of the window, it will crumble on its own weight. Now the building is 2.5 feet thick. Now the reason why they made the building so thick, it was to combat the heat back then because they didn't have the modern technology of electricity or air conditioning. Now it is made from local limestone, which means that the sun would not penetrate those walls, so it keeps inside 10 to 15 degrees cooler than what it is on the outside. Now another key feature of the Georgian design is what is known as the Doric columns, supporting its grand central projecting portico. Quite grand indeed. Now in the 1800s, this building was considered one of the best buildings here on the island and the hub of activities for the parish of Trelawney and the town of Falmouth. So much so, quite a few prestigious events were held in this building. Now we had reading by the Trelawney Literary Society, we had plays and orchestral concert by the Philharmonic Orchestra. But the most anticipated events were the grand balls. Now, the grand balls, it said that they wanted to build a building relation between the plantation owners and the shipping tycoons which came here to Dockland Island. And it is also said that the plantation owners wanted to use this relation to find husbands for their daughters. So the more anticipated events were the grand balls. Now, ladies were the ones who had to do all the work to attract the more eligible bachelors. Now, how did you guys meet?
We were set up by friends.
We were set up by friends. Not a ball. We're
But
pretty
we're
much
hoping,
similar.
you know, we still have one that we could set up by a ball.
We're going to see if we can organize that one for you. No, what the ladies had to do, they were dressed in their best evening gowns. And they actually attached live fireflies on their dresses under mesh fabric.
Oh.
I think they would consider that their modern day bling bling. And it was said that the lady with the most bling definitely got hitched. And that was what was held at this building.
cool.
As I mentioned before, it is our modern day courthouse. And so we have the court room on the top right hand floor of the town hall on the top left. We have the mayor's office and other municipal offices here on the lower floor. And as you see the guys on top, the stairs here, you know, some trouble has been going. You know, kind of like some, what they say in America, you sue me, I sue you.
Right.
So that's what's happening up there. But we can't say for sure. Now, as I made mention, it was built on the site of a former fort and barracks. So we're going to have a look at two of the tenants which were submerged. So guys, it's going to be a slightly arduous tour. So if you got strong knees, you can help on pedaling, alright? You ladies at the back, you're not here for looking good, alright? So you got to pedal up too.
We're here for both.
Alright.
Looking good and pedal. No, but wait. My legs are too short.
That's how I feel.
I'm too short.
Alright. So you see we got one tenant submerged on one side here.
Wait, and pedal.
And then you have another one submerged right here. Now we're going to head up onto Market Street, which was one of the busiest streets heading in and out of the town of Falmouth in the early 1800s, and was also considered prime real estate. Beep, 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 beep. Watch your back, my lady. I've never seen a car in hospital bed, you know.
I'm too short. Paul, does it count if I'm too short? Pedal.
Now you gotta stick to the front. Are we gonna
Move
park
your
right here for a
tush up.
second? No, as I made mention, Market Street, one of the busiest streets heading in and out of the town of Falmouth, and it was considered prime real estate. Now, after the abolition of slavery, a lot of people of color now started to acquire property and acquire some wealth. Now, it is said that women were the first to purchase property here in the town of Falmouth. Now, that empty lot you see right there was owned by a woman of color by the name of Rebecca Rachel. Now, it is unsure of how she acquired her wealth, but it was said that her father was a plantation owner and her mother was a woman of color. In addition to purchasing this lot, she also purchased another piece of property on the eastern side of Falmouth from one of the founding fathers, and his name was Thomas Reed. Now, he was the person responsible for the gridiron layout for the entire town of Falmouth. 1794, the Freemasons came to town and they constructed this building. Now, the design of the building is known as ashlar masonry, which means each and every limestone block which was covered locally was hand chiseled to get those smooth surface and rectangular square edges. Now, the windows up top you see there are known as neo-Gothic pointed windows, which means that this place was used as a place of worship at one point in time. Now, I'm going to make mention of a name, William Knibb. Now, he was a great emancipator of slavery here in Jamaica. That breeze, right?
Yeah, so
man.
nice.
Now, William Knibb once called this building his home, and the school that was named after him, the very first high school in this part of Trelawney, William Knibb Memorial High School, was opened in 1961, and this was the exact location of that school. So I wanted to keep William Knibb in mind because we're speaking a little bit more about him later on throughout the tour. That orange building you see in front of you there. Doesn't look like it's over 200 years old, but it is. Now, it was owned by nieces of William Knibb, Polly and Lily. Now, they ran a school exclusively for the kids of the plantation owners, the judges, the preachers, and the wealthier persons here in the town of Falmouth. Now, it is said that they were extremely long-legged women, and they would actually accentuate their height by wearing French bonnets and attaching peacock feathers to make them seem even taller. Now, hear this, those French bonnets are significant for the students. Depends on how they tied the bow, it would tell what mood those teachers were in, so the kids would know to keep their asses in line.
Yeah.
No, that was something I would have probably enjoyed in school. Like, hey, look, she's at that boat. Let's see what we can piss her up today. No, seeing that they had the students of the wealthier persons in in the top of them. Not so at all. For breakfast, we would have some school of Polly and Lily.
So is Lily, is that why that town is named, she named that town Lily?
Lilliput.
Yeah, is that named after her?
You know, I'm not sure. You know, that's a good research program for me, right? You know, Lilliput. I should definitely research that one.
Because it's a wish for Lilliput actually.
Yeah, that's an interesting combination there you thought of. Yeah, man, Lilliput.
We shall be researching this.
Oh, no, so guys, we're gonna go for incline right here. So it's gonna be a little bit, put you back into it, alright?
Alright.
Yeah, man. While stationed at this property here. Now he lived there with his slave girl Fanny and their 2 kids. In addition to having those kids, he had 5 other kids outside the home who were slaves owned by Edward Barrett, who was a plantation owner in the next parish of St. James. Now when he died, his will stated that Fanny was to be monetized. Now monetized meaning that her freedom was to be bought. Now he gave her the shop that was located here and another piece of property further up on Martha Bridge. You guys alright? Oh yeah, man.
I see that. Building. Sorry.
Yes, no problem, man. No, those buildings are actually owned by the Chinese supermarkets.
That's a supermarket?
Yeah, man, supermarket, man. So there's advertisement for Huggies there.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
and these kids outside the home, it stated that they were to receive 5 yearly for 5 years. Next building beside. Unlike other buildings in town back then, you would have the ground floor made of brick and the top floor made of wood. But this building spoke testament to the wealth of the owner. Now Judge Dredd, Thomas Robert Gorman, 1832, constructed this building as his home. Now, unlike the courthouse, we have the 3 arch colonnades, the heavy coinings, and the keystones at each window. Now that large window you see facing where the truck is, that is known as a large tripart type window, which means that that was the most elegant.
Not true.
I've been alongside.
As I made mention of a few buildings that actually has a functioning basement. But the Tesco Blues building, the Huggies, the one the restaurant side corner right here. On the right, that was the very first police post here on the island. That is one of 4 buildings that still has a functioning basement. Now, they had a very extensive tunnel system which led all the way back to the port back in the days of slavery. Now, there are 2 theories as to they said why they built these tunnels. Now, the first one was that a lot of homeowners didn't want their neighbors to know that they actually had slaves. And the second theory is that they knew that the slaves were planning a rebellion, so they started to dig those tunnels in case they were attacked, so they would have a means of escape all the way back to the port. That seems more logical to me because slave was a thing,
right.
But then so everybody had slaves, so no one
And what
cared.
do? You just hide them there the whole day?
I know, right?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That does not make sense to
No.
me at all. So I think the second theory seems a bit more logical. Yeah, man, so that's one of the reasons. So in 1997, some guy found the tunnel in one of these buildings and went in and took a silverware from each and every one of these homeowners' buildings. So he said it's a repatriation for his family, his descendants. So
I like him.
they then dumped up all the tunnels and left these buildings because they used them as storerooms for their additional stuff. Tycoon, God block you away. buildings 1, buildings 2, and building number 3. So building 1, Franco's Nice Time Bar. The very first English pub here in Trelawney. The next building was a holding cell.
Wow.
The next building adjacent was
I
a
did not
brothel.
know this.
Now when the British soldiers came and the sailors came on the island, they came drunk and rowdy. So they put them in a holding cell, or what is known as sobering in, to sober up.
Right.
And as soon as they sobered up, they went straight to the bar
And get drunk
and
again.
get drunk again. And then they went back to the brothel to work it off.
Oh
To this
man.
day,
Cycle.
the cycle. To this day, it's still a brothel.
Wow.
So you know they say liquor and rum, sex and rum cells. Still up to this day, two
And
big
ice
pieces.
cream.
Yeah, and ice cream.
And ice cream. You can't leave that one out. No, according to Guinness Book of Record, Jamaica has more churches per square block and per capita
That's
than anywhere else in the world.
That's true.
Now, it is said that the gentlemen would go to the bar to get their spirits, and the ladies went to church to get their Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that happened here in the town of Falmouth. So we're going to make the next left, and we're going to see where Mr. William Nib, the great emancipator, preached.
What are they shouting about?
No, these guys, we call them backup guys. They try to find passengers for the bus drivers to get in town.
Huh?
Why? Because all these people want to go in town?
They don't want to go in Manchester.
I am sure right
What language?
I've done this road many times.
He says, don't worry, he's done this road many times.
No, to me, it's a modern day and a subtle way of extortion. Because the driver got to pay them to look passengers to get to the bus. It's not that each person don't know what bus to get into or where to go, right? But it's a way that they make their money.
So who's making the money? The guy that's doing the calling?
Yes, the guy doesn't call him.
Huh.
Yo, 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 yo. Yes, man. Buffalo soldier. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now this is an area that is. 1 second, guys. Colony. Now William Nib. He was a Baptist preacher who came from England to teach the slaves Christianity. But on arrival on the island, the conditions he saw, it was an ominous cloud hanging over many colored people, and he never liked it one bit. So he fought tirelessly to have slavery abolished in the British colony. So then a militia was formed because they are the ones who benefited from slavery. Now this building you see right here, this acted as the headquarters of the movement for the abolition of slavery in the British colony. Now the militia, they literally burned the church down on 4 separate occasions. But with the help of the slaves, they rebuilt because they had a mission to complete. Now, August 1st, 1838, William Nib had a congregation packed with almost 2,000 people of color right in this location. Now a few words from one of his speeches that day. The hour is at hand, the monster is dying, the Negro is finally free. And when the clock struck 12, that was the end of colonial slavery here in the British colony. It started right here on these grounds. Now William Nib died at a very young age, 45 in 1845 from yellow fever. Now, before he died, he accomplished a whole lot. He was able to find 35 churches, 16 free villages right across the entire island of Jamaica. Now, I am just almost 40 and I haven't even accomplished 0.1% of what that man did at just a young age. But he was a true humanitarian, Mr. William Nib. Now, to show their appreciation for what Mr. William Nib, the slaves themselves built this monument, and they made a small coffin and they buried emblems of slavery, things that reminded them of their dark past. And it was buried right here in this location. Now at the back of the church, he's actually buried around there with his wife Mary. So if you want to go look at his grave, please feel free to do so.
you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm tired.
Sure, no problem, man. Who's a British white man? No, Mr. William Neff posthumously received Jamaica's highest order, the Order of Merit. First non-Jamaican to ever receive that order.
I don't think I've ever seen them growing like that.
6 months like this.
Lies.
Wow, really pretty.
Oh, that's the poinsettia.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I never see them like that.
You ever seen that get that big before?
No.
Ah. So this is where he was buried. It is unsure who's buried beside him because I see son unmarked grave. We're not sure if he had any kids, you know, but must be of someone important. No, she's actually at top of them there.
They're in the same
Yeah,
grave.
man. Mary and both of them are there.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Never. Never. Now, if you folks want to try some Jamaican jerk chicken, one of the best places in town to have it. Purpose Jerk Center. Yeah, Chin, cool now. Yeah, man. You guys have any questions for me?
No. I like this in my conductor.
I was at work for these guys, right?
Yeah, man.
You guys can cruise you now, alright? Just save your energy.
Wow.
Hello. Morning. Alright, so guys, welcome to one of the best kept preserved heritage houses here in the town of Falmouth. Not Georgian, but a Victorian. As you can see, the homeowner is what she always keeps her house well kept.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So this is always a sight for me to see. Always you're in a garden keeping up. Now the tree that you see above here, I can hardly find fruit on it. But it's known as a breadfruit tree. Now, during the food shortage on the island, the Queen Victoria commissioned Captain Carl Bligh to go to Tahiti to get this breadfruit plant to plant on the island. I'm sure you've heard of the story Mutiny on the Bounty. It was because of this plant right here. This breadfruit plant here. Now, when he went there, he got 115 plants, brought them aboard the ship, but forgot to bring water to water the plants. They started using the crew members' water and they were like, no, we're not having it. So they put him on a thing with a small rowboat, put all the plants, and they threw him overboard. That was one of the greatest feats. No, those guys, when I heard the story and I saw the movie, I'm like, oh God, they had no sympathy for the poor man, the old captain. But he made his way here to Jamaica. The 97 plants he made his way here. Now, it's first started planting here in this part of Trelawney. So much so, almost every yard you go in Jamaica, you find a breadfruit tree. So you see one here. There's another one over there.
What kind of, what is it? And one
All
here.
right. Literally, the term breadfruit is bread on a tree. No, when it's a mature, when it's been roasted on a charcoal fire or you could wrap it in foil, that's the breadfruit. And when they roast it, it is almost a texture of a sourdough bread, similar to a brioche bun. And it can even be, when it's almost sweet, it's like a sweet sourdough bread. It's a very versatile fruit. It
Yeah,
can
we
be.
have something that I see in the markets. I think it's called jackfruit, and it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
a little darker, but it has that same look.
Almost from the same family.
And it smells really bad.
It tastes better than it smells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
a
what
lot of
they
dogs.
say.
Their bark is worse than their bite.
I'm afraid to buy it.
No, let me tell
No,
you.
if you
once
taste
you
it,
try
it's sweet.
It's
That-
sweet.
I'm gonna tell you a story. Sometimes I'm
didn't
not
like
proud of saying it.
Images are like this.
I love jackfruit so much. I was actually in a relationship with a young lady because she had jackfruit trees in her yard.
Jackfruit.
That's how much I
I'll show you
love
what
that
it looks
fruit.
Like.
Like,
No, but did he say it was in a relationship with me in his backyard?
just because she had jackfruit trees in her yard, I'm like, sometimes I look back at it and I'm going, yeah, that's my wife here, guys. And I told her, she's like, you're an awful person. But it's
I guess
true.
she knew that story.
I
Too many
told her about it
times.
after we got married. I
Here's
couldn't
what
tell her
a-
before.
Here's what a jackfruit
But
looks like.
that's actually related to the Duran. But Duran is a lot smellier than that one.
It's smelly, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's smelly, but it causes some person to have a small acute headache, but others it induces euphoria. It induces
It's like a drug.
yes,
Okay.
it's
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 a drug for
natural.
Paul.
The taste.
For him.
Like,
It has to be okay, just like marijuana.
it is lovely, man. That fruit, oh my god, it's so
Also
filling
fruit.
too.
Yeah.
Extremely filling. Like the protein content of that.
It's
Keep it
nice
going,
with
man.
salt.
No.
And the thing is, you can stew it too. Yeah, the
Right.
seeds too.
Right.
1834, there was an apprenticeship program. The British colony knew that slavery was going to be abolished in 4 years. So they had what is known as an apprenticeship program where they would teach people of color who were going to be free life-saving skills. So carpentry, plumbing, masonry. Now this on the house is known as the Jamaican fretwork. Now we're unsure if it was done by the master carpenter or the apprentice himself, but this is a fretwork that you will find only here on the island of Jamaica. You might find something different on other Caribbean islands, but nothing of this significance. Now there's another thing I want to point out to you guys. Under the eave of the roof, you see that little design. What does it look like to you?
A Mickey Mouse.
A Mickey Mouse. Definitely a Mickey Mouse.
enough?
Three-leaf clover.
Yeah. No. My theory. Walt Disney came to vacation in Jamaica. He was walking by here and he
I
was
saw
like,
it.
that seems because we only was an artist before he started animating. It looks like a character to me, you know. So he said, alright, I'm gonna copy this one. You know Jamaica's famous saying, yeah man. And what's Mickey Mouse famous saying? Oh boy. Because the copyright infringement has to change it from yeah man to oh boy. So I could safely say Mickey Mouse was born right here. Mickey Mouse is Jamaican. This is where Mickey Mouse is from. Yeah man, so research it man. So Mickey Mouse was born right here in this house. So Mickey Mouse is truly Jamaican. So this is the Jamaican fretwork. Second to last building to look at. That's the tallest building in town when the cruise ship is not here.
Yeah.
Hey Taisha, what go on? Guys, that's my voluptuous cousin right there, Taisha. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the weatherman. This is the only man that can tell if rain's gonna fall, doesn't fall, and still has a job. But on his second job he does handcraft. Everything here 100% made by this man. If you want coconut earrings, tortoiseshell earrings, you know, crochet hats, crochet bathing suit for the beach, this is the man for you. You guys wanna have a look, or you all good?
Yeah, we're good.
Alright. I'm a good rasta. Big up yourself here. Yeah man, cool now.
You want a see-through knit bathing suit?
No line inside.
Coochie's bar. No, it is a Jamaican rum. It is so strong it can start a campfire.
Definitely start something in your chest.
Definitely. Well, like I made mention earlier, there are a lot of Chinese in Jamaica. We have Justin Hardware, owned by the Chinese. Hey guys. Hey Mina.
Oh, here you can get your little shot glasses.
Alright folks, welcome to St. Peter's Anglican Church. Now this was built on lands donated by Edward Barrett. Now, Edward Barrett was the great grandfather of the famous poet Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Now we gave the Baptist, the Anglican church this land in 1794. Now it was built on lands which were dumped up. As you can see, the graves are a bit elevated. So instead of going 6 feet down, I'll go 4 foot, put them on concrete blocks or brick to elevate them, so in case there should be heavy rain or flooding, the bodies won't be swimming. So hence they put another 2 feet on top.
But it's unusual to see them in the front, isn't it?
Yes, because this was actually a graveyard before they constructed the church.
Wow.
Now those 2 graves on the other side are actually older than the day of the construction of the church. Now, when this church was built, the clock tower was not destined to be here on this church. No, it's only right 2 times a day, 9 a.m. in the morning and 9 in the afternoon, the night father, because no one is here to fix them on the island. No, as I said, it was not destined to be on this building. Now, when the workings for this clock tower came, on the package it was addressed to the county of Cornwall, the parish of Trelawney, and the capital of Falmouth, but it didn't say England or Jamaica, because in England there's an exact replica of this town here in England. So when they offloaded everything and they realized, damn, wrong address. So they gotta use their head, and they added the west wing of the church, making it the largest Anglican church here on the island, able to hold 1,000 members. Prior to that, it was able to hold 700 members. Now, unlike any other Anglican church or churches in the world, they have 2 aisles. Now, when they have a wedding, normally, the one aisle, the bride would, might say, come honey, he will come to her. Now here, when they have wedding, the bride and groom would actually walk and meet each other up front, so they do everything together in life.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah man, definitely. Now 1794, day of construction. On the inside, the floors are made of mahogany, and they're original to the day of construction. Even some of the benches are there, which is original to the day of construction. Now if you folks want to go have a look, please feel free to do so, or we can take a 5-minute and walk around and check out these vendors if you need any souvenir items to take back home to your friends or family. Now please feel free to do so.
Guys, welcome
Alright,
to Jamaica. Now you're on the soil, you can step
Yeah
off.
man, so you can do that, so let me get the bike turned.
And if you see
So
anything you like, we are right here. Alright? My name is Clifton.
yeah man,
Oh,
Unugito.
yeah, right, it's-
No, I'm on break.
How are you, sir?
I'm trying.
Can you?
Sit back on it. How are you, lovely lady?
I'm good.
My name is Clifton. Alright, take your time, look around.
Come and get your bargain on your bags. Today we're selling out $5. Hello, any water? Water, please.
You guys have tour guys?
No, we're actually on a tour.
Oh.
We're Jamaican, but we're on the
no
tour.
problem. You're tourists anyway.
Yes, I
And for the
am.
day.
Yes, I am.
This is when you sleep.
Oh,
And this is when you wake.
at least our color and change. When it's a night and Night and day. turn him over. Yeah, this are
Ah,
nighty.
two, darling.
Alright guys, come on over.
Oh,
We do the shirts.
this are nighty.
We got some nice shirts. We got
Come on down and take a look. Nice Jamaican.
Oh! Oh! These are on $10.
Same with some more Mickey Road as well.
What a
Saturday night. God, what a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. Everybody come feel it for them bump and pray.
You just want to remember that part then? No, that's all the tax office. Rastaman, Wagwan, let's go guys, he's giving us a go in. Straight Wagwan. Cooler man. Rabbi. Cooler man. Yeah man. Yeah, so you know it's a payback season thing this season, right? That's our tax office right here. You want to use the bathroom, Kim?
Yes, please.
Alright.
The shop is closed. You have the key?
Yeah, man, I have a key. So guys, I actually grew up in this house right here. My mom and dad still live here.
Oh,
Now
wow.
Kim, she gonna go use the bathroom. Moved from the courthouse to that location. Now it was named after Earl Balcarres, which was governor of Jamaica. From 1901 to 1911. Roddy Wagwan. Una man.
That's my blessed king. Love it.
Now I know why your legs are so long.
It's a Catholic church. Shape as a crown. Yeah. And that's the police station. 10 years ago.
What's that thing all the way to the left? What is it?
What?
Part of the boat.
Yeah, that's the cruise ship there.
No, all the way to the
Oh,
left.
that thing here, that's some sky seat.
But that's part on the boat,
Yes,
right?
on the boat, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. When it comes in, it's actually lowered. But I think it's a restaurant, actually, you know.
It looks like it's
Oh,
moving.
that's where this has
Yeah.
the long thing.
Yeah, yes, it's
It's
going
going
down now,
down.
yeah. Oh, we're going closer, that's why the trees.
I don't
So
know.
it's going down.
It looks like it's going
It's going down.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that us?
Could be. Yeah, that's our driver.
Okay. Oh, trailers.
I told him that we were coming. We'll be about. We're coming close to the court. To the
Courthouse, yeah, yeah.
This is what I should get an exercise bike. I should get an exercise bike.
You know, stressing by your foot, though. You know, stressing by your foot.
That's what I want to get
Yeah, go over there.
Unless I go
It's there.
more often.
I see it.
This is my old school.
Mine too. Now over here, Victoria Park. Now this is where the British soldiers did their parades when they were stationed there at Earl Balcarres Fort. Well, go on then. Yeah.
How are you?
This was the fort.
This was the actual building here until they added that section in 1906. That section here. Alright, you can grab it back. We're gonna walk to the back section. Fort Balcarres was constructed in 1811, named after the governor of Jamaica, Earl Balcarres, who was the governor from 1901 to 1911. So this was the actual, one of the first buildings was here on the property, and that section was added sometimes later. Now behind you, that's the armory.
Mikey, what
My one.
So that building is 5 feet thick, the walls.
What?
And the roof 2.5
Yeah, man.
feet thick. The building is that thick to protect against Well, probably because it's near the ocean, probably it's a bit salty. But this, I busted a lot of fingers trying to get it open, man. So I skate with that with them a lot and crack them open. Now there's one of the cannons you see there still erected on the mount.
School uniform over my head.
We need a picture. A picture.
Just go on and can video and picture at the same time.
So that's the largest cruise ship in the world. Yeah. Oh yeah, so here's one of them.
Don't you dare. Come on, one straight too far from the tour. The sea grapes them. Whoop! Well, your pants scratch is dirty now. Howdy.
Howdy.
My bug said, let me sit down on big gun.
Whoa. What would your parents think? Come down.
Oh, boy.
You help her down and you help her up.
And jump, man. You see like them bigger spring them, you know. You can go
Then spring the sprung. Mr. drop off of the cannon so many times. And the trees over there, so could I go on them?
Yeah.
You should like the, you know, when you have your foot up and you dangle with your hand. Wee!
Oh yeah. The big wheels.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're here with Pabito's tour and we're doing a tour in Falmouth.
You're born in a Spanish country and you go to English speaking country. You're gonna get upset, you're gonna hurt in language that you need it from your heart. So you see it in the process, language at the heart. So the government is now trying to instill some of it. They can learn how to read and write part of in school. But English is what we actually learn right across the board. Does it? Within a year, somebody comes and owns, oh, I'm on the owner of the property.
Right.
I've seen it happen so many times.
Maybe someone's paying him to live there, to squat, so that way
No one comes, probably.
they can then build it and take it over.
I remember when this house was just for wood. Oh, look at this.
And you're on the wrong side.
Me?
Yeah.
No, in Jamaica, the left side is right side is suicide. So if you want to drive in Jamaica, remember Beyonce's song. To the left. If you don't want to break the leg, you stick to the left.
No, but I'm saying, as a driver, you should be in this seat.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was made in Europe, so that's the reason why they put it on this side here.
Because I don't think all was really turns. Do anything.
Now that building there was also home of the plantation owner. It is now owned by the government. It is the National Insurance Scheme building. Now the very first private school I went to was located right here, this building right here. And when I worked for Marina, this was the headquarters for that tour. This is going to be a little pumping challenge, a little incline. So we're going to put you back into it as soon as we get this corner here.
You're back in it, you know, you
Put your back in it.
just a little more.
The flow, like
Oh God. Your office is there.
Yeah, let's see. It's dying.
What is it?
The flow of KJP on.
Oh Lord. Well, bun grass already, man.
Boy is toxic.
But I am not.
Alright, so we are on the final leg now. Watch your rudder, brother.
Watch the clock, brother. Watch the clock. Come through here. Let's put the money for that.
It's up again. Yeah.
Yeah, going up again.
Are those people?
Inside?
No, outside. Cleaning.
Oh yeah, yeah, the guy's cleaning the windows, yeah.
Where do you see that? Oh yeah, look at that. That's your job. Clean windows?
On that boat, all the way up there, on the
Exactly.
outside.
No.
That's not it. So
We
we
have
are
a
right
blue
back
van, Scott, not a
where
old
we
white one.
started.
Okay.
No, no, I'm driving, man. I'll tell people them. Yeah. So welcome to where we started, guys. I want to thank you all
Thank
so
you so
much
much. This was very nice.
for making it.
Informative.
Definitely, I really
Yeah,
appreciate it,
comfortable.
man. Thank you. Thank you so much, man.
How much?
It was 20 per person.
When name my other ship, the second one.
That's so television.
A Disney.
No, this
A Disney, because it seems like
Was it
it's
the
not a
princess?
popular.
is an Norwegian.